La Resortera.
Okay, welcome to another week of Pura Vida Perspectives. Sara, how are you?
I'm good. We're here, and we got special guests this week. Someone that you may recognize from a past episode, and another person you might recognize from a YouTube video of mine if you've been kind of an avid follower over the years.
Yes, Brett and Casey. Guys, how are you?
Good. Just recovering after a long tournament. It was fun, though.
I'm great. Thank you.
Good. So, Tacos for Ticos was recently, and it was great. I was there the weekend. I had a lot of fun. Brett worked a lot, like every year. Brett, I can't thank you enough for what you do. Case, what you do is always, I'm amazed. You're playing every game that you can out there on the field. It's so funny, so amazing. And so for those who doesn't know, brief us on what Tacos for Ticos is and what just happened this weekend.
So the tournament is it's a football tournament that is there to raise money for a foundation called Tacos for Ticos. The tournament's called the Costa Rica International Cup, and all the proceeds go to Tacos for Ticos, which is a nonprofit that brings used soccer gear and some new soccer gear to the Costa Rican kids who need it.
And we also work for this tournament with another charity called South Fork United out of Colombia.
Okay.
They
closer to the...
They bring teams down as well as support the tournament. So although all the proceeds go to Tacos for Ticos, they're a big help for that. And so we essentially partner with them.
How many Colombian teams were this year?
We had 3 Colombian teams this year, 2 in Women's Open and then 1 in Rec.
Okay, and one team from the U.S.?
2 teams from the U.S. We had a team from Chicago and we have a team from California.
Nice. And how was it? What was your expectation and how was, the result of the tournament?
I think it went really well. I mean, there was always challenges. We're operating in a different country for us, and so we're working to build our partnerships to the community. So there's a little bit of stuff to iron out. So a lot of stuff we learned, a lot of opportunities. But all in all, we got a lot of good feedback of things to opportunities to fix, but also just everyone had a ton of fun. It's a tournament for charity, so it brings not only like the local community together, but community outside Colombia, United States, as well as the police departments come in and support us, which is super important. And it allows people to see them in a different light too. They bring the fruit and the water and DJ, and we even went on a tour yesterday, a giveaway. And like one of I think he's a sergeant, he busted out and like sang a song karaoke for us.
Yeah. Huge shout out to Fuerza Pública. Fuerza Pública, who gives out transport. They're in charge of cutting out the fruits, getting the fruits to the tournament, doing all the DJ stuff that you did. I came personally with my company, Car Rentas Costa Rica and USA, sponsor out the fruits and the water. And yesterday was the big giveaway. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I actually took notes on that because I wanted to make sure that I got it correct.
But by the way, this is great experience. I felt blessed to be out there, to see all these kids, to see all these people getting stuff that without you being able to reach out to them, they will probably never have stuff like the ones you give away.
Yeah, it was really cool yesterday. It was in a rural area, and then most of our the Tico side of our organization had never been out there either.
It was my first time.
Yeah.
I never.
Zapatón
de Puriscal, Reserva Indígena. I never in my life I would have thought I would go there.
Yeah, about 45 minutes east of Parita, up into the mountains.
Up in the hill.
And it's interesting. You go in and there's a one room schoolhouse. So I mean it's small, but there's a lot more kids than I expected there.
Yeah.
It's one of the 24 indigenous reserves in Costa Rica, so they don't get government support. So I don't. Oh man, I don't want to butcher their name, but I think it's a Huertar.
Let me see.
Right here.
Okay, Triba Huetar tribe. And the reserve is made up of 4 communities. Zapaton, where we were yesterday, Concepcion, Alto Perez, and Bajo Rey. And there are about 500 people living in these communities. Should I keep reading?
Yeah.
Okay. The event was held at Doña Carmen's and Don Noe's house. It was a small house, but
Mm-hmm.
you can tell by their hearts, they're just amazing people. The woman who helped to coordinate it at Zapaton's end was Iris, and her friend Juliana helped. They're both part of a women's corporate that grows food, teaches about indigenous culture, and organize empowerment activities for women. Yeah, you can keep on going after that. I don't know what else you want to mention out of that.
So this was just really special for us because it was helping a community that we wouldn't normally have access to.
Yeah.
Lyle, who works down in Hako, and he's building his soccer club there.
Yes.
He introduced us to them, and so typically we don't have access to that. And typically, I guess Johan, our president for Ticos for Ticos, doesn't have access to that either.
Yeah.
So usually we work, in the towns. I mean, like Uvita, like
Tarcoles last year.
Play
Yeah.
Azul.
Yeah, lots
small
of places
towns
like
like
that.
that.
But this was just special because they gave us access to people that really, really need help that would never get it. And like it shows the outside world. I mean, people are playing soccer everywhere. They have soccer fields there. Like you would never know. I don't know if I don't think you went the way that we went, but
No.
there was there's the high school and it's one room, and then the elementary school in one room, and then the soccer field, and they
There you
practice every day soccer. So
I love that.
yeah, it's
That's
really
awesome.
cool.
Okay, and for people that get a chance to watch the episode where you were last time, how do you gather all the cleats and everything?
So we're fortunate. We're in the soccer community in the U.S. is one of the most giving communities I've ever seen. I have yet to have a coach go, no, we won't do a cleat drive for you. They'll do them and bring them every time, and it's fantastic. But that's basically what we do is we talk to a youth club and say, hey, here's what we do with them. Could you do this for us? And then we'll do a cleat drive, and because the kids, let's face it, they grow out of them in 3 months.
These
3
are-
months they need new ones.
Yeah.
And so there's always a need because the same thing's happening here. The kids are growing out of them here, but the parents don't have that money to do it, the areas we're working. So we collect them, we bring them over here, we sort them out so we know what sizes they are, and then we bag them up and send them to the communities that have applied to help for help, and get them out there as soon as possible. They always go to the kids. They do not go to the coach. They do not go to the parent. They can't sell them. They're theirs for the kids to have. And so that's kind of what we do.
Great. Case, how many times have you been coming to the tournament?
Well, I think I've been to Costa Rica 8 times now. In the tournament, we've had it 3 years.
Okay, so you've been coming for the last 3 years?
Just for the tournament. But
Just for I'm saying for the tournament.
Yeah, 3 years.
Okay.
Sorry.
And for people that is watching, if they want to give away cleats or anything, any type of gear, how do they get in contact? What do they have to do?
Well, you can go on Instagram or Facebook and drop a message saying, hey, I want to do a cleat drive. We will send you all the information, tell you how to do it, and then we'll start figuring out the logistics on how to get it to either Costa Rica with you guys or with them, or if it comes to us and then we take it over. So several ways to do it, and we're pretty good at all of them, to be honest. So yeah, that's how we do it.
Our main goal is to invite people to come over with us so they can.
Okay.
I think something important to know is we can't ship directly to Costa Rica. I mean, it's prohibitively expensive. So we have to have people bring bags with them on the airlines. And so our best way to do is and invite them to come with us and experience it for themselves.
Play the tournament.
Play, yeah.
Then also it's actually against the law to send used cleats on a shipping container, so they have to go by air.
Yep.
They
Really?
have to go by
I didn't know
air.
that.
Yeah.
And
Paolo
it's
can tell you.
it was a law that was set like around 1940, and they've never taken it off the board. So until they do, it kind of really puts us behind an 8 ball.
Okay.
No
So-
used shoes, no used underwear. But Heido and I have mentioned on episodes before that, let's say if you're renting a car from him and you need to coordinate maybe a drop off of something that you're bringing, like he can coordinate that.
Yep.
I can coordinate things. If people come to the country, they have specific donations. Like we can always offer to help in
Yeah.
that way too. And we have, just so people know, in case they.
Actually, I put in contact Brett with some of my clients
Yep.
that watched the episode where Brett was at, and they're like, "Yeah, we want to donate and we want to bring some bags." Something like that, was it right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they actually did it again. They brought another load over recently
Okay.
and helped again, and they're planning on coming to the tournament next year.
Nice.
They Emily, I'm not going to butcher her last name, so I'm just going to call her Emily for now. But she said, "Yeah, we want our son will be his first year of college. We want him to come over and play in the tournament."
Amazing.
So, you know,
What are some of the challenges that you guys have as far as to make this happen? Because I was there, but I was kind of working, to advertise my company, also helping out as we call it juntabolas, the guys on the side that pick up the balls and make sure everybody's playing fast. How do you call that in the States?
Like,
we
Like-
call them ball kids.
Ball
oh,
kids.
Yeah.
well, we call them shagging balls.
Yep.
Shaggy balls.
We
Well,
gotta go
balls.
shag the balls.
well,
Yeah, they go-
I worked as a juntabolas,
Oh, yeah.
part
Yeah.
of the tournament. And I remember when I just arrived and saw you guys, you were like, "Yeah, that we can find the nets." And what are some of the challenges that you have while you're trying to work on this, and what can be done maybe to help and make this a better
To be
tournament?
honest, the first biggest problem we've had lately is airlines. Airlines all have a charity program where you can donate cleats or donate stuff to over there, and they'll drop the waiver. They'll put a waiver in for the baggage fee, which is fairly expensive. If you take 3 bags to Costa Rica, you're looking at about $225 in baggage fees.
Wow.
It's I believe with Alaska it is 35, 45, and then 150. So excuse me, 230.
Wow.
So it's spendy. So with them, you hope that you have a couple extra people coming over where you get 3 bags each over.
Okay.
I would say one of our big challenges too is culturally. In order for us to bring teams from outside, which we definitely need to do to be able to facilitate the cleats coming in. One of our biggest challenges is culturally, like the fields aren't necessarily usually reserved out ahead of time. And so we need almost a year lead where we can guarantee that we can get the fields. And so like trying to explain like how important that is for us has been a little bit of a challenge because they're like, "Oh, we'll just wait till like March." And we're like, "Well, no, because the tournament's in April and everyone needs to plan." So that's something that we're trying to work through and like really kind of like nail the communication down of like why it's important. Because here it's just more laid back. They're like, "Oh, just show up and play." And we're like, we can't do that when we have teams coming in for Chicago, like last minute stuff. So, yeah, we've been working quite a bit with that. And that next year, I think Johan's going to take the lead on that, and hopefully we can iron out some of that.
And the tournament has been played in Jaco for the last years. Any plans of moving or playing in another location?
We've discussed taking it up to Guanacaste. We've also discussed making it a second tournament. Maybe make that
Twice a year?
Do a youth tournament and have
Okay.
one in August or even December, and then keep the one in Jaco in April.
Okay.
So it's usually we try to do a couple weeks after the Holy Week. because it's a little crazy during the Holy Week.
Oh yeah,
I
We'll
found
talk
out
about
this
that.
year.
Yeah, we sure did.
I found out this year when I landed on Saturday before Easter,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and yeah, it was interesting.
All right. Is that you got questions?
I don't think I have any questions. I mean, definitely keep us updated on future events so that we can announce them on our pages. And of course, anyone who wants to assist by bringing things, they can get in touch with us, with you guys. We'll always make sure we have your contact details. But just thank you for what you guys have done for the community. And, I remember we talked a little bit about the backstory about how you came, and then you just, saw that you saw a need and you guys are just fulfilling that need. Like you didn't really need to come and do any of that, to be honest. And just the fact that you guys have taken this on and created something so beautiful, it's really amazing.
But I did.
You did.
I needed to. That's
like you
something
felt that you needed to,
you
like you didn't
feel the desire.
Yeah.
And I firmly believe that most people are good and most people want to help. Sometimes they just don't know how.
Exactly.
So they need to, just look at doing something simple, opening a door for somebody, all of that stuff makes it a better world.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'd like to thank you guys for being on this journey with us. I feel
Yeah.
like we're facilitators, essentially. And I had a couple conversations this last week. Like everyone, for instance, calls like the police. And I'm like, well, no, it's like, like Carla and Helena, like everyone. I mean, they're people that they have been on the journey with us since day one. It's not just like the police comes and helps us out or like the car company comes and helps us out. It's like the only reason we've been able to do that is because of all the individuals that have stepped in and cared. And they just happen to represent like a system.
You wanted to mention anybody else want to take a look at your notes and maybe give a shout out or
I would like to shout out the balls we're holding here. It's a clothing company called Life is a Kick. And a good friend of ours, Scott Hall, he has been our first and one of our most faithful sponsors with gear, with shirts, stuff like that. Also, Pro Time Sports, which is a uniform company in Tukwila, Washington, which is just south of Seattle. They just donated basically a 40-foot semi-trailer of uniforms. Oddly enough, some of them are baseball, but we're figuring out where to use them.
Yeah.
Well, some people play baseball here.
Yeah, very few.
It'll
but
get to the
we're
right
getting
place.
there, and that's what we're doing is we're getting them out to where it needs to be. And the other sponsors, of course, Hyro has been brilliant for us, getting us trucks, vans, anything we need to be able to move people, helping out at the last minute to get a rental through when we waited too long, somebody waited too long. He's on it, so I've also, I love watching your podcasts and your YouTube videos. It's interesting because as somebody that's planning on retiring here, all that information is absolutely valuable.
Oh.
So
It is.
I thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, we definitely have a couple other people to thank. Amapola Hotel and Resort. We work with them this year. We switched over to that hotel. Lenny there, he helped us facilitate, and his staff helped us facilitate a pool party for our award ceremony.
2 pool parties.
Multiple, actually, well, pool parties every night.
One was informal, okay?
but he helped out like with meals and everything else.
He did.
And drink specials. We had tacarritas.
If you guys, Brett, look at the camera. Look
Oh,
at this
sorry.
guy's face. Look at his eyes. How many hours did you sleep last night?
Last night I had little less than 3 hours sleep.
And the 2-hour drive to here, Brett, you're a champ, man.
And,
Thank you.
I
Thank you for what you
appreciate
do,
it.
man.
I feel bad because I feel nosedived into that about
I can
twice
tell
now.
you're tired, man.
But I want to thank you guys for bringing us on here and giving us this opportunity. Like I say, the bigger we grow the tournament, the bigger we grow the foundation, and the more kids we help. And if you guys, if anyone wants to join our tournament, would love to have you. We need volunteers too. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to play soccer to come and enjoy the tournament and enjoy the camaraderie.
I'll have Sarah next year come with me to Junta Bolas.
Yeah, I stopped by Thursday, but I was with my parents. But next year, definitely.
Yeah.
Would
We have
love
such
to have you out there.
Yeah.
We have to thank Natalia
Garaton?
Yeah, she came out and hosted clinics for the girls.
Oh, okay.
So she was the women's soccer and captain of the Colombia national team.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Big Nike stories. You guys can Google that
Yeah.
if anyone is watching. And then also Silvio Arango, winner of the 2004 Copa
Yeah.
Libertadores. And
Nice guy.
He's super nice.
Super nice.
Super
Now he's
nice.
living in Costa Rica, you know?
Yeah, he
Coaching Carmelita.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
actually.
were hanging out with him last night.
Yeah.
We're actually been invited over to the Carmelita's facility, and we're hoping to maybe work some connections there as well.
I live close by.
Oh, do you? Okay, yeah.
So I got Silvio's number so I can invite him to play soccer with me every Thursday night or so.
I know I got to play with him I played on the men's team.
Yeah.
And then he was playing and he's like, do you want to sub? And I'm like, yes, but I feel like there maybe is a skill difference.
Yeah. One more time, Brett. Before I left Zapaton,
I did want to say one thing. The Natalia also brought Flaviano, who is another World Cup star for I believe Argentina,
Okay.
and also brought the starting goalkeeper from Costa Rica for the women's national team, Noe. So she was out there as well.
Nice.
And they're all eager to help. They like what we're doing, and we're going to try to support them as well.
Okay, that's good. Again, I participated in Tacos for Ticos in the tournament because of you. That I met you almost 3 years ago.
Actually, I think 4 years ago you met, and we
started.
then
talking.
we started the tournament.
Then
yeah.
this is my second time being in the tournament. And yesterday, as I was leaving Zapaton, I shook your hand, give you a hug, and say thank you because the opportunity that you give me to being out there, you don't know how much it fills my heart with joy to see all those kids, to see what you guys bring over there, and see the smile on the kids, in their parents. They are so grateful, and like Casey says, to come to an area that I will never in my life would have visited if it wasn't for you guys.
Yeah.
So thank you for what you do. May God bless you and God bless you too. And everybody that is behind it. Greg, that is a big support with what's the name of the Colombian?
South Fork United, and it's based out of
Manizales, Colombia.
Colombia, and they host the biggest female soccer tournament in all of South America.
Right.
It's usually last week of June, early July, right in
You
there.
should invite me to one of those tournaments in Colombia, man.
Yeah, we're trying to go this July.
Yeah,
When?
It's in July. Oh, yeah, I'll send you the information.
Yeah,
'Cause
if you guys are going-
I'm gonna take my girls. That's my plan. Well, I'm trying to.
Well, if you go, let me know. How about taking Ksenia to Manizales,
I'm
Colombia?
going to Colombia in June. You want to come? With
No, I
Ksenia
told you
and
because
Taylor?
I'm having the exchange of what Sarah just did with, Sarah went to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Now we're hosting the girl from Wisconsin in June.
Oh.
But that will be fun for me to go to Manizales and see how Greg does his thing over there.
It's
in Colombia.
It's
If
quite well done.
If you guys are going to go, let me know. Give me the dates and everything, and I'll see if I can stop by for the weekend or whatever. But again, what you guys are doing in Costa Rica is very good, very important. If you people that are watching want to help, reach out Tacos for Ticos, Instagram or Facebook, send a DM.
We also have a website with a PayPal link on it, tacosforticos.com and www.tacosforticos.com, which is tacosforticos.com. And anyway, we do have a PayPal link there if you feel like doing something monetarily. And you can reach out, like I said, on Facebook or Instagram if you know a youth team that wants to do a cleat drive or wants to help out in any way. We take everything, and anything we can get over here, we will use. And that's it's just fun to watch the kids. Like I said, every single one is either Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo when they get their new boots on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Anything else, Case? Anyone else you want to mention?
My children,
Yes.
they're sitting outside the studio. They've been on this adventure. Well,
Gotta tell you,
they've been
these
on
kids
this
are
adventure
amazing.
since
Yes.
since I don't. They've But they were babies on the sidelines, and they're still on the sidelines. One's
No,
19,
but they
one's
work so
15.
hard. I seen them taking pictures, and I actually regañar. How do you say regañar?
Like not
You're
punish.
too much
like
too Spanish.
I know
now,
I'm too
Costa Rican-
Spanish now. I
Costa
can't
Rican.
even
like
scold. It's like scolding someone.
yeah, because they don't put sunblock on. I'm like,
yeah.
where you sunblock at? Right? She's looking at me and she's laughing like, yeah, I forgot because sun is hot.
Costa Rican sun is a real thing.
Yeah.
And I do want to say anyone that's watching this hasn't been here, come here. The magic to Costa Rica is not the resorts or anything like that. It's the geography, the waterfalls, the Rio Celeste where two rivers meet and they're two different colors. It's just amazing. And the second thing is the people. The people are absolutely amazing. And the only way to meet them is get out, go eat at a local soda. That way the money stays in the economy, and that's a big thing.
Yeah, I agree. Couldn't agree more. I appreciate you guys being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Looking forward to
right.
the next event.
All right, we'll see you soon, and everybody have a good one.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Esto fue una producción de La Resortera.